See, the traditional approach to ICT policy has been always that you use this as a medium to deliver good quality content to a lot of people, and also it is used mostly as a facilitator for the teachers, and student are not in the picture at all. And the second way how they thought about using that is to make sure that everybody learns how to type using computer and use word processors and make presentations. And so the focus has always been on, as if, you wanted every child to become a kind of a digital clerk or something like that. And keeping that in mind, they have sort of put together the same kind of operating system. And the applications that are going to the schools also included an office suite rather than educational technology. So that has been the major problem with that thing, which has been actually corrected by the latest ICT policy that has been drafted currently, mostly by NCERT and in the leadership of CIAT at Delhi. And that one very clearly says that the ICT should be used for learning subjects, learning topics, science, mathematics, geography, languages, and so on, and not just as a tool for disseminating content. So that transformation has actually been the current policy that we have now. Well, the government has given some resource for almost all the public high schools, something to the tune of something like 9 lakhs per school kind of thing, which is good enough to create a computer lab if it doesn't exist, and set up the whole thing. And people have managed to bring in 9 to 10 computers in every school with one school server and things like that. But this whole process has actually been given to a non-school agency, something like a computer company will come and maintain that space. So this has become a main issue with regard to the way how the infrastructure is actually being developed. So here what happened exactly is that just like you have a library and you have a lab in a school, maintained by the school teachers and the staff locally. But when it comes to computers, the teachers are unfit, so to speak, to do this. So that has been the approach. So instead of empowering them, that they would also be able to create a lab-like space and a library-like space, and that can be called the computer lab of the future. Instead of that, they asked another agency, external agency, to come and maintain those things. The intention that they would do the knowledge transfer. So the government money has been spent, but the knowledge transfer has not happened. So as a result, the infrastructure is mostly idle, is not used for the purpose of education, ICT for education. So that's where we are right now. One of the approaches that we are currently taking is an approach of distributed model. Okay, so originally the idea was that somebody somewhere would make the content and it will be disseminated to the schools, kind of thing. And also that everybody will use internet and then through internet, and then the resources would be available on the internet and people will use and pick up the resources from the cloud. But the schools in India do not have internet, which is a fact. I mean, even if you want to give a personal internet source, such as a dongle, and asking the school, which has 500 students, to take care of it is a joke. But from the point of view of administration, schools have internet. So considering that, what we took an approach where we provide a school server, and we first create a network of school servers like this. Each school server will kind of cluster of terminals which are connected to, this kind of distribution. But this school server will have a huge amount of resources already present in this particular place. So as a result, what happens is, when the students are using the resources, they're not dependent on internet. Okay, so that has been the distributed model. We call it distributed open educational resources. So open educational resources is also the current policy of the government to promote, though there is a huge gap between the policy and its implementation. So currently this has been the approach that we are recommending, that every school will have a school server, and the school server, that is the infrastructural aspect, and then the school server will have most of the resources that are available, so that they do not depend on internet for their regular transactions.